So in this hyperbola, we need to convert because it is not in standard form. So the first thing I'm going to do is get all the x's on one side and all the y's on one side and the constant on the other. Group together. So x squared minus 2x. Then I'm going to subtract the 4y squared minus the 24y, and I'll leave the 31 on the other side. I'm going to get myself ready to complete the square. So I'm going to do the x's over here. X squared minus 2x plus something. Notice I have a coefficient of 1 already. Do the y over here, but see the negative 4 in front? We need a coefficient of 1. So I'm going to factor out a negative 4. So when I divide each term by negative 4, I'm going to get y squared plus 6y plus something. And then I'm going to need to do those pluses on the other side as well. So b is negative 1, or negative 2 I should say. B over 2, negative 1, and b over 2 squared would be 1. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. And then over here, b is 6, b over 2 is 3, squared I get 9. I'm going to add 9 here, but remember you didn't actually add 9, you added a negative 36. So now when I factor these, I get x minus 1 squared minus 4 times y plus 3 squared is equal to negative 4. I know this is a hyperbola because I see the minus. So I'm going to need to get it equal to 1. So I'm going to divide everything by negative 4. Now when I divide by negative 4, I'm going to get x minus 1 squared over negative 4 plus y plus 3 squared over 1 is equal to 1. So notice it's now the x that becomes negative. So I'm going to rearrange this to say y plus 3 squared over 1 plus x minus 1 squared over negative 4. I'm actually going to change that to say minus. And then don't forget, it's not the bigger number that's the a squared. The a squared is always first. It's always the positive term. So the transverse axis here is going to be the y. This would be b squared. So a is going to be 1 and b is going to be 2. As I look to get my pieces to graph here, my center, my h comma k is going to be 1, negative 3, because h comes from here and k comes from here. So I'll go to my graph over here. 1, negative 3. Then underneath the y, I'm up 1, down 1. Those are called my vertices because that is the transverse axis. So I'm at 1, negative 2, and 1, negative 4. Underneath the x was 4, so b was 2. Underneath the x, I'm going to go 2 left and 2 right. So I am co-vertices at 3, negative 3, and negative 1, negative 3. I'll need my asymptote equation, and I'll need my foci, which I'll get in a second. So let me go ahead and draw my box. And then I'm going to connect corner to corner through the center to get those asymptote lines. And then I'll extend. So if I look at the slope of that box, I'm up 1 over 2 or down 1 over 2. So in my point slope equation, my y minus k plus or minus m times x minus h, I'm going to have y minus negative 3, so plus 3, equals plus or minus 1/2, rise over run, x minus h, so x minus 1. And again, you're going to leave it just like that. You're not going to do any converting. My transverse axis under my y, so this is going to be vertical. So here's going to be what my hyperbola actually looks like. And the last thing we need to do is find the foci. And we get the foci from a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So a squared we have is 1, b squared we have is 4, therefore c squared is going to equal 5, and c is going to equal plus or minus root 5. And we're root 5 up and root 5 down. So from the center, we're staying at 1 comma, and we're going up and down root 5 from negative 3, which is a little bit more than 2 units from the center. So 1, 2, and a little bit more, 1, 2, and a little bit more. Okay, I will also put a screenshot of example number 2 so you have it, and then I'll be available after school for extra help from 11:30 to 12:30 if you need any help. See you tomorrow.